Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Aisyah Farah Jambak. I am the 5th semester from English Department student. So today I want to talk material about received pronunciation versus mutual intelligibility. So learning focus for this material, the first is received pronunciation or RP, second is accent, and the third is mutual intelligibility. So RP is a standard English accent often associated with a clear pronunciation and typical vocabulary choice. Meanwhile, mutual intelligibility refers to the ability to communicate between language speakers that have a distinct accent, with a focus on understanding that is mutual. Discussion between these concepts are often related to whether speaker of foreign language should pursue RP standard to optimize communication or whether focus is more important on achieving mutual intelligibility. Levels to interact effectively with various English speakers. So the first is received pronunciation. Received pronunciation or RP is an accent or dialect of British English. In this context of second language acquisition, RP is often used as a model for teaching English pronunciation to non-native speakers. It's considered a natural and prestigious from a British English associated with education speech. Learners aim to adopt the distinctive feature of RP, such as vowel sounds, intonation, and certain consonant to characteristics to improve their English pronunciation and communication skills. It serves as reference point for achieving a clear and easily understandable English accent, particularly in informal or professional settings. So, received standard, but rather that its choice as a model for French was determined partly by convenience or partly to avoid conspicuous regional feature. Attempts have been made to identify varieties of RP. Gibson distinguished three types. First is conservative, is used by older generation and traditionally. The next is general, is typed by the pronunciation adopted by BBC. The last is advanced, is used by young people or generation of exclusive social groups. The second material is about accent. In second language acquisition, accent refers to the distinctive way a person pronounces words and sound in their non-native language. Is influenced by the individual's native language and speech patterns. Accent can vary widely among second language learners and are often influenced by factors like the learner's age, the amount of exposure to the new language, and their language learning environment. So accent can be an inherent part of second language speech and are not necessarily a negative aspect of language acquisition. They reflect the learner's unique linguistic background and history. Some accent may be more prominent and easily identifiable, while others might be subtle. Language learners often strive to reduce their accent and improve their pronunciation to enhance communication and be better understood by native speakers. This process can involve specific pronunciation training and practice to sound more like a native speaker of their target language. However, it's essential to recognize that accents are a natural part of language diversity and should not be stigmatized. So, rustic accent used by people live in plural area or provincial. Vulgar accent used by people who live in large town or not provincial. The last material is about mutual intelligibility. In linguistics, mutual intelligibility is a relationship between language or dialects in which speakers of different but related varieties can readily understand each other without prior familiarity or special effort. Mutual intelligibility in second language acquisition refers to the ability of speakers of two different languages or dialects to understand each other to some extent despite not being native speaker of each other language. It occurs when there are similarities in vocabulary, grammar, and pronunciation between the two language or dialect. So in second language acquisition, mutual intelligibility can be advantageous because it allows learners to leverage their knowledge of one language to facilitate the learning of another related language. However, it is important to note that the degree of mutual intelligibility can vary widely between language pairs, and it is not always guaranteed. It depends on the linguistic similarities and the proficiency of the speaker involved. So this all the material about received pronunciation versus mutual intelligibility. And thank you for attention, and see you next time.